you, do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that bing, bing, bing whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going to be doing our makeup as usual. And we're also going to be talking about narcissistic abuse. How to spot narcissistic abuse. What is narcissistic abuse? Have you been through narcissistic abuse? What are the signs? What's narcissistic personality disorder, and how we can get the ASAP, okay? Get out of Dodge, run for the hills, save your life, and save your sanity, okay? In the meantime, in between time, where are you guys? Come on over. Come on over. Love, love. So we can get this party started. Happy Taco Tuesday. Oh my goodness, you all. Where are you guys? If you are catching this on a replay, make sure you drop me a pink heart, and I need you to let me know if you have ever experienced narcissistic abuse. Hey, Amberella, what's up, boo? How are you? Hey, God's anointed. How are you? What's going on? Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Yep, I have currently gone through it. Hi, hey, PJ. Hey, Access to Rome. Thank you, Cypher Man. So I've experienced narcissistic abuse before, from a few people, from people in my family. I've experienced it from, romantic partners. I've experienced it in friendships. I've definitely experienced it, and I just, I felt like this is something that we needed to talk about because a lot of us may have experienced narcissistic abuse, and we don't even know because we can't recognize the signs because we're just so used to the gaslighting, the emotional manipulation, the lying, the distortion of reality, the psychological warfare, the psychological mind games. It's just a lot of mental angst, and then like you feel like you have to walk on eggshells. You be questioning reality when you're dealing with a narcissistic person. So you start to really like just question your sanity. And at times you just get so tired of it and you're just so over it that you just be like, you just throw in the towel and you allow it. You don't even fight back anymore. You're like, hey, I don't even want to argue with this person. I don't know if this person is, what type of mood they're in. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Sean. Hey, Finder Free. Hey, Unique. It's a lot, to deal with a narcissist. Thank you, Amberella. Hey, boo boo. So let's get into what narcissistic personality disorder is. A disorder in which a person has an inflated sense of self-importance. Narcissistic personality disorder is found more commonly in men. Of course. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? Once again, narcissistic personality disorder, thank you, Cynthia, is found mostly in men. Men are usually narcissistic. Everybody up in here, do me a favor and hit the like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed so we can get popping in this algorithm. You want to marry me, send a donation to my channel and I'll consider it. Okay. Narcissistic personality disorder is found more commonly in men. The cause is unknown, but likely involves a combination of genetic and environmental factors. So, of course, especially in the melanin rich community, the way that we worship and fantasize and coddle Black men, baby. Talk about an inflated sense of self-purpose. We call these men kings with no kingdom. We say they a leader and they're a provider when they literally just only providing 30% of what we need around the house. So it makes sense why men in general, and I mean, we live in a patriarchal society. It makes sense why men in general have and then, an inflated sense of self-importance. It makes perfect sense. Like, doesn't that make perfect sense to y'all? Worship and infantilize, can you please explain? Infantilize means it's the opposite of adultification. So you treat a person like they're an infant, like they're a baby. Often when men do bad things and they exhibit bad behavior, we say, that ain't no man, that's a boy, that's a child, that ain't no man. No, that's a grown man. It's a grown man. We automatically say that's a boy, that's a child. We infantilize. We treat them like children. We don't hold them accountable as if they're a grown adult. And when they do grown adult activities, we act like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread when they're simply parenting their kids like they should, when they're simply going to work and have a job. And this is why they have an inflated sense of self-importance, because any little thing that they do to contribute, we blow it up like the world trade. Worship, seeing no wrong, seeing no fault, holding no accountability, just being grateful that this just showed up, even though he ain't showing up with shit. That's where the worship comes in. Everybody up in here, hit the like button for me. If you are not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Double tap the screen. There's three dots at the top of the screen. Press it and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Agreed. Love Jones is entitlement. That part, they think they're entitled to do and be whatever and get praised for nothing. Hello. That part. So symptoms include an excessive need for admiration. This is narcissistic personality disorder. Uh, Disregard for others' feelings, inability to handle any criticism, and a sense of entitlement. Exactly what Amberella was just saying. This disorder needs to be diagnosed by professional treatment. Treatment involves talk therapy. And you know what? This is exactly what happens to me on my show. I deal with a lot of narcissistic abuse when I come live with you all. The men in the chat fill to the brim with narcissism. They come in here and they center themselves. They punch down on me personally. I'm not even talking about anybody. I can legit talk about the narcissistic abuse that I experienced simply by clicking on my camera and telling women to choose better, do better, have higher standards, love on yourself more, red flags to look out for when it comes to men. They get up here, they disregard my feelings. They tell me what I'm saying is not valid. They say it's cap. They call me a toxic female when I'm saying, hey, women, we experience a lot of abuse. We feel like nobody's hearing us out. We experience a lot of gaslighting, and they come in my comment section. I'm not even talking about nothing personal in my life, because they love to say that too. What type of men you dealt with? Sir, the men that I deal with when I get on the internet subjects me to narcissistic abuse. So now what? Now what? The inability to handle criticism. You cannot tell these men anything. They do not take accountability. You all hear me say time and time again, accountability is like kryptonite for these men, and it's because of narcissistic personality disorder. So now we're putting a name to the face. That's pretty much what we're doing. And once again, in the very definition, the very fabric of what narcissistic personality disorder is, it states clear as day. Clear as day. I'm trying to work on not cussing, y'all. Please help me out. Spare me. That narcissistic personality disorder is found more commonly in men who are predominantly the trolls on the Love Jones show. Who predominantly comes in here and trolls me and calls me names and tell me it's my fault, always displacing, misplacing blame, always pivoting and deflecting, never ever hold themselves accountable, never ever admit to any type of wrongdoing, can never ever take criticism above and beyond reproach. You can't say nothing to any of these men that come up in my comment section. That, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching clear as day a woman being subjected to narcissistic abuse on the internet. On the internet, in front of thousands. Y'all are watching it. And I've said time and time again that I often feel like I'm a part of a social experiment. Hey, Ebony, like I feel like I'm a part of like a social experiment, like coming up here, getting cussed out like a dog in the streets, being criticized, and criticism comes with it. But I don't mean like just criticize like on a normal scale. I mean like being tore down, being tore down, you know? Being told that I'm not worth anything and I shouldn't have any standards, I shouldn't have any value. Who am I to expect anything from a man? And ain't no man gonna want me, and I'm gonna be alone, and I'm gonna be a cat lady forever, and I need to just shut up and take it. And these men, they legit just argue every single day for the right to treat us like trash and for us to just shut and don't say and be quiet and take it. That's what they get up here and do. That's what they get up here and do every single time. Everybody up in here, do your girl a favor and double tap that screen. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. They need to shut up. Hey, Synthero. Hey, Hera. What's up, boo? Hey, Herb. Hey, Hala. Thank you, Jeremy. Scott. Make sure you all subscribe. And once again, hit the like button for me, period. Okay, so narcissistic abuse examples, signs, and side effects. So before we even get into that, you do know that narcissistic abuse, it actually alters your brain, because when you're constantly in a state of fight or flight, or when you're under heavy duress and stress, it increases your cortisol levels, which affects your frontal lobe. And when somebody's constantly gaslighting you and they're telling you, what you know to be true is not real, they rewiring and rewriting exactly what happened 5 minutes ago. And it's the constant, I didn't say that, you said this, you didn't say it like that, you said it like this, and you can't remember, and it just really has you like it fucks with your short-term memory. So legit, it alters you chemically when you are subjected to narcissistic abuse, especially for long periods of time, right? And you have to be really strong, and you honestly need to go through some deprogramming in order to get a grip on reality and to start to trust yourself and to start to trust what you know to be true. Because a narcissist will legit lie to you in your face and tell you that the sky's not blue and you're looking at it clear as day. And you're like, the sky is blue, but do they mean it's not blue because the clouds are white? Or are they saying the sky is not blue because when the sun is setting, I mean technically it's like purple, and no, bitch, the sky is blue. Okay, so narcissistic abuse. So this I'm on talkspace.com/mental health/conditions, articles, narcissistic abuse. We're going to cite some sources because they will get up here. And even when I cite sources, the narcissists that come into my chat, they get up here and they say I'm lying and I'm making up stuff and I need to choose better when I can legit read from a source and I tell you the name so that you could go yourself and, double check or do your own research, read up on it for yourself. I'm not sitting up here talking about how I personally feel or what I personally think. This is not personal. This is legit science. I have a good male friend that dealt with narcissistic abuse. It's crazy seeing the aftermath. Imagine the aftermath of women. Yes, and thorough. And like I said early on, more men have narcissistic personality disorder than men. Okay, what is narcissistic abuse? Narcissistic abuse is a form of emotional abuse. Because you can tell someone that they're abusive to you and they'll be like, abusive? I ain't never put my hands on you. No, but you emotionally abused me. You mentally tormented me. And now I'm in a bout of psychosis. I'm delusional, delirious, and I don't know whether I'm coming or going, right? So, a form of emotional abuse inflicted by individuals with narcissistic traits or narcissistic personality disorder. These individuals often exhibit a lack of empathy. And when you can empathize with someone, that is just basically being like understanding of what it is that they are feeling emotionally on a deep level, being able to put yourself in another person's shoes. And a narcissist don't know how to do that because they're so self-absorbed, they're so self-centered. And this is what I talk about the men that come into the chat. They cannot not center themselves. I could be talking about cereal and they get you ain't nothing but a single mother. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm not even talking. Women ain't it. You lazy hoe. And I could legit be talking about we could be talking about anything. Thank you, Herb Nation. Thank you, baby. Much love and support. Keep staying strong, Queen. I appreciate you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, boo. Okay. Chat. Hey, Wally. What's up? Okay. So These individuals often exhibit a lack of empathy and a strong need for admiration, leading to manipulative and harmful behaviors. This also has a lot to do with the love bombing that we talked about in the last live when I said, men will come in, they will love bomb you. A lot of narcissists are fucking, they're like magicians with it, like with the love bombing. And love bombing is also a manipulative tactic to get you where it is that they want you so that they could get whatever it is that they need. The resource, just access to your body, the fuel, the ego, like even just to use you for public appearances, whatever it is that the narcissist wants to use you for and needs to use you for, they will manipulate you. They will make you think that they are the best thing since sliced bread. They will love bomb you. They will get you in a position to where, as you're now addicted and you're now hooked because of all of the chemicals and stuff that is released, especially within a woman, when you bond with a person, a man, he's entering you without no raincoat, baby, shoot that thing up. Girl, it's hard. It is hard to break free. And this is why I do not encourage nor do I promote promiscuity. I always tell y'all, gatekeep your womb, clank that thing. Do not be out here letting everybody dip their hands in your cookie jar because you be whacked out of your mind. Bipolar, multiple personalities. You don't know what the hell is going on because you also don't know what that man, who he out there, what he out there doing. And you are the receiver. You're the recept, like you take in energy. They take energy from you, you take in energy. Don't ever forget that. Do not be out here sleeping around. Don't do it. Okay. So, victims of narcissistic abuse can experience significant emotional and psychological distress, affecting their personal and professional lives. Narcissistic abuse can be incredibly difficult to endure. Some people with narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, may use insults, threats, and accusations to manipulate you into doing what they want. And that is have you all ever dated a man where he's constantly accusing you of doing something and you're like, I'm not even doing nothing. Oh, because you out here, y'all, I done been called a hoe, a bitch, a call girl, or everything but a child of God. And I'm like, I literally don't do nothing. Because you a liar. Lying about what? Like, what am I lying about? I'm not up here lying to you about anything. And what always got me for the most part is that I've experienced the most narcissistic abuse from men that I was not in an official monogamous relationship with. It. Like, these were guys that I was dating and, just trying to figure out whether or not I really wanted to be with them like that. And these are not like, they be, oh, well, what type of men? Because they swear you're just a good man because you got a job and you know that 2 + 2 equal motherfucking 4. No, these were men that were successful, business owners, homeowners, not just some old Pookie and a Ray Ray off the street that don't have anything going for himself. And still abusive. It's abuse. Even though he's not physically dragging you up and down the street and knocking you into next week, that does not mean that you have not been subjected to abuse at the hands of a narcissist. Okay? But the constant accusing me, I've been accused of sleeping with people that I have never slept with. I'm like, I have not slept with this person. Just because you see me talking to a person does not mean that I laid down and spread it wide and had my legs to the bone. It just don't give. Yet the same man would be out talking to women, and I'm like, but yet I'm not supposed to assume that you sleeping with everybody that you entertaining. However, these are people that just come up to me and say hello. Like, I'm shiny, I'm a magnet. Everybody wants to get some of my energy if they ever see me in person. Everybody wants to come and say hi, or that has been my whole life period. Her child, and call all types of hoes. I had to get used to it. It is not okay. It is not okay. Anyways, let me keep reading. Okay. Narcissistic abuse can be incredibly difficult to endure. Everybody up in here, hit the like button for me. Double tap the screen. There's 3 dots at the top of the screen. Press it and hit the thumbs up because we need it. We getting it popping in this algorithm. All right, we got to bust through the door the way that we did before. I'm rhyming a lot today. It's giving rap artists. Okay. Narcissistic abuse can be incredibly difficult to endure. Some people with NPD I read that part already. I'll just read it again. May use insults, threats, and accusations to manipulate you into doing what they want. Learning more about narcissistic abuse and talking with an online therapy provider can help you to cope The sooner you have a better understanding, the sooner you can begin to heal from narcissistic abuse. So, what are some signs of narcissistic abuse? Me personally, the things that I've experienced is what I just saw. A sign is constantly being accused of things that you have not done. Another sign of narcissistic abuse, and I'm speaking personally, I haven't even read what they're going to say in that article, but from a personal experience, the gaslighting. Telling you the sky's blue, telling you the sky's orange when it's blue. Thank you, Wally. Thank you for the super sticker, baby. I appreciate it. Telling you that you didn't hear what you heard, you didn't see what you saw, your feelings are not valid, they're not doing what you think they're doing, legit invalidating how you feel, pivoting and deflecting, using anything that you say against you. When you're in an altercation or if something goes wrong and you're expressing yourself and you say any little thing that is out of turn, according to them, they take it as a personal attack. And then all of a sudden, your problem, your opinion, however it is that you was feeling, goes out the window. And now they're just fixated and harping on that one little thing you said that they did not like. And then now the whole conversation is geared toward you reacting to them. And now you're the problem. And now you need to apologize. Now you're the abusive one. You're the crazy one. You're the one overreacting. While there are several different types of narcissists, one of the most common narcissistic traits of people with NPD is a constant need for admiration. Always need that ego stroke. And I tell y'all about the ego stroke. We talk about it all the time. Getting the ego stroke sometimes comes at the expense of humiliating you, the target, belittling you, the target, talking down on you, the target. Because for a person to feel like they're admired, sometimes they need to feel better than you. And this is why we live in a patriarch society where women are constantly told that they are at the bottom, especially in our community. Okay? Because these men don't own anything in real life. So they punch down on us so hard because we collectively, as melanin rich women, we experience narcissistic abuse from Black men. We're doing better than them in a lot of different areas. We've excelled, we've elevated, and we've also been at the same starting point with them. We are oppressed the same, if not more, because we're women, and we're living in a society that's geared and centered and catered toward men. So, thank you, Lord Farquaad. And who caught those men, women? Huh? Okay. Okay. Over time, narcissistic behavior can isolate a victim and can cause them to develop low self esteem. What did I just say? The leveling, the need to bring you down. And how do you do that when you don't really have anything tangible? When you don't really have no external power, so in turn you have no internal power. It's to tell you you ain't shit. You're not that pretty. Your coochie don't mean nothing. Everybody got one. Sex is equal between man and a woman. It's an even exchange. They center themselves as the prize and make it seem like you ain't nothing once you pass 22 and they can't manipulate you anymore. They tell you your degrees and your accolades don't mean nothing. Am I lying? Am I lying? It's tactics like these that allow someone with NPD to control their victim and gain more power in an abusive relationship. They will break you down. They will break you down to the pits of hell and then be the one to try to come in and build you back up. Treat you like trash, ice you out, breadcrumb you, don't talk to you, withhold affection, won't come around. And because you're already addicted to this person, same akin to when we were talking about love bombing, you're already addicted to this person. You let your guard down with this person. You let this person in your vessel. Y'all done did the rituals and the sex magic. Yes, 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 yes. So now you're tethered and don't let you have a baby. Oh my God. Now you're tethered to this person, to this demon, to this entity that is not so savory. So you're waiting for them to come around. You're waiting for them to call. And this is by design so that you'll just be happy for anything. You'll accept breadcrumbs because it's better than nothing. Because you're trying to continuously chase that high and that feel, and you're trying to get that old thing back. When you was in a honeymoon stage, when you was being love bombed, you're constantly on a hamster wheel trying to get back to how things were when y'all first met, and you're constantly questioning yourself, like, what did I do wrong? Where did we go wrong? What did I say? Am I not looking as good as I used to look? Am I not the same woman? Like, what could I do? So now you're in a cycle of trying to please this person, and bam, they got you where they want you. Now you're a slave. Expert insight. Sorry, y'all, my allergies act crazy every time seasons start to change. Abuse in any form is difficult to discern, but narcissistic abuse is particularly hard to notice as a toxic relationship, and the abuser can present perfect in the beginning. Love bombing. Times narcissistic abusers can manipulate the truth, gaslight, which can in turn force you to question your own sanity, integrity, or truth. That's exactly what I just said. I've experienced all of these things. I experience it. Y'all watch me experience it from strangers. I don't know. I don't know. She is dark. Robbie, love bombing. Oh my God. Am I see? This is what I do. This is what I do. I'm a psychologist in another life, in a parallel universe. This is what I do. So, signs of narcissistic abuse include love bombing. It's not unusual for a narcissistic partner, friend, or family member to shower you with compliments and affection. While this attention may seem positive at first, it's actually a form of emotional manipulation. A love bomber might give you expensive gifts or tell you what you want to hear. This is the way they can own your trust and eventually control you. They got you where you need to be. Dark internally. Your mother is dark internally. I'm dark internally because I'm talking about, anyways. Anywho, women do it more, to be honest. Gaslight, manipulation, physical aggression, but no one talks about it enough. Pivot and deflect, pivot and deflect, pivot and deflect. This legit, the definition of narcissistic personality disorder legit says that men have narcissistic personality disorder way more than women. And yet you will get up here and lie and try to reverse it and flip it like a Missy Elliott song and say women do it more. Women don't do it more, baby. Studies show that men do it more. And the very definition, it points out the fact that men are narcissistic way more than women. So shut up. No one ever said that women don't do it, but women do not do it more. You all cannot take accountability is like kryptonite for these male species, y'all. Hey, SM. Accountability is like kryptonite for the male species, you guys. Women are forced to take accountability. Men, however, because society has censored them, and this is why they're predominantly narcissists. I said because you can have a full study in the screen and they will say it's a lot. Amber, that's what I said earlier. I'm like, this is why you all, I'm citing a source. Like I've decided, we could get more into actually reading articles, and I could cite sources because the way that they went in when I was talking about how babies are conceived was extremely alarming. Like it was extremely alarming. I don't know what that shit had me like extremely alarming. I disagree with that. I think we are held accountable. Okay. How am I pivoting and deflecting? How? I'm legit reading you all what the definition of narcissistic abuse is and who the predominant narcissist of society is. And y'all are sitting up here telling me I'm wrong. So y'all are going against psychologists, y'all are going against studies, clinical trials, like so y'all know more than the people that do the studies? Gaslighting. This is what they're doing to me right now in this comment section. When called out, it's not unusual for a narcissistic abuser to deny their hurtful and controlling behaviors toward you. Deny, 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 deny. Deny, 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 deny. Deny, 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 deny. They don't remember the events being described or accuse you of lying or not understanding the way things really happened. This emotional manipulation tactic, known as narcissistic gaslighting, is designed to make you doubt yourself. These narcissistic tendencies can make you more vulnerable to future narcissistic behavior and psychological abuse. Hey, Quaisha, what's up, boo? You see? You see how the men come up in the chat and they do exactly what I'm talking about? Deny, yes, yes, Kiva. Deny, deny, deny. They will get up here and look you in your face and deny and say that the lie, the studies is a lie, the scientist is a lie, the psychologist is a lie. And I'm legit not even talking about I'm of course, I'm giving story time and I'm telling you all about what I've experienced because this is, I'm relating to this because I've experienced this and I know that I'm not the only one. However, I'm legit reading you all textbook definitions, and yet you still cannot grasp the fact that this is what's going on. This is a man hating channel. If loving a woman means that I gotta hate a man, then so be it. If loving women means that we have to inherently hate men, then oh well. Oh well. I don't care. Oh yeah. I'm talking about narcissistic abuse, and you all are saying this is a man hating channel. Narcissist much? The Brat and Jody. I don't know, babe. I haven't really read anything about them. Ignoring boundaries. It is common for someone who's a narcissist to test your boundaries or ignore them entirely. Someone with NPD might read through your text messages, follow you around, or do things that you've asked them not to. Attempt to reinforce or set healthy boundaries may be met with arguments, anger, or accusations. If you're experiencing this, learn how to set boundaries with a narcissist. So, you all know that I have been stalked before, like legit stalked and like followed around. I've been stalked that I know of. I've been stalked by two men that I know of because sometimes you be stalked and you don't know. I've had my phone line tapped by a man multiple times. Um, I've had my phones taken and like read through and then smashed up against the wall multiple times by another man. Uh, yeah. So I've definitely experienced an overstepping of boundaries and stalking on a different type of level. Projecting. Instead of taking blame for mistakes, a narcissistic partner or family member may project bad behaviors onto you. A common manipulative tactic is DRWO, which stands for deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. I've experienced that. Being in conversation with a narcissist and they are like, "Oh, I'm talking about something that I've experienced that I did not like," and then once again, I say something that goes against, that's not in line with how they want to be talked to or how they want to be represented or how they feel like they've done something, and then automatically it's they're the victim. They flip the narrative. It's you. How could you say this like this? How are you trying to paint me out like this? Why would you say it like that? Blah, blah, blah. And now the whole conversation is they're the victim and I'm the problem and it is my fault and I did it. And now what I experienced and how I felt is just disregarded and invalidated and no one cares. You feel a little bit of a sense of defeat and you don't even want to move forward. It kind of shuts you down, like you For me, what I would do when I was in those situations is I would like disengage. And this is why, and then another thing, I was told, oh, you have an issue with vulnerability. You don't know how to communicate. You're so cold. You act like a man. You you have a guard up. Why are you like this? Women don't act like this. And I'm like, it's not safe. To be vulnerable is to be in a weakened state. You're clearly gaslighting me. You're abusive. You're stalking me. I'm experiencing all of these things, but then I'm being told that that's not what's really happening. And yet, when I just disengage, because what they want you to do is to react and blow up and go crazy so that they can paint you out to be crazy. The whole narrative is to make you look crazy because they need to feel grandiose and like they that nigga, like they need to feel like they are somebody super duper important. And the way to achieve that is to have a beautiful woman such as myself groveling or acting crazy or crashing out so they can see, look, I'm the shit. I have this beautiful woman crashing out, going crazy, reactive abuse like a mug, wilding out, cussing me out. Because eventually you get to a breaking point and you bug out. I've absolutely crashed out after being poked so many times and disengaging and detaching and just leaving it alone. Like it's not easy to navigate narcissistic abuse. It's really not. Thank you, Quaisha. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you for the super sticker. I think we should read the Bible. Go read the Bible then. Thank you, Vid. Yourself. Exactly. They want to feed off of your emotions till you're drained. That part. What's up, cutie? Hey, what's up? So, yes, it is a real thing, people. And I need you all to double tap the screen. You think your dookie don't stink, hunty boo. Shut up. All the males in here trying to argue women's experience are clearly narcs. Thank you, Amberella. Y'all see me experience narcissistic abuse on a smaller scale because clearly these are strangers. I don't know them, but that's exactly what we experience in our chat. This is this experience is so, I don't even know how to explain it. Like I love it so much and I'm so grateful because I'm also learning a lot about men because I would never talk to these people in real life. Like but we get to see how a lot of them think, how the collective of men seem to think about women and how they just don't, the accountability is just not, it's kryptonite. They cannot do it. It's always a pivot and a deflect. Like it is very rare and it is very sobering when we do have a man that will come in here and say, you know what, some men, men should provide, like she's not saying anything that's too crazy. We're talking about narcissistic abuse. I'm legit reading off what it means, and people are still being disagreeable. Like, what the are you disagreeing with? What are you disagreeing with? The definition? The textbook definition? Shut up and learn something. Just smile and do your makeup. You know what? You got one more time, Loveless, and I'm gonna block you because you're starting to get on my nerves. Everybody up in here, double tap the screen. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me this evening. Nitpicking. Some criticism is normal in a healthy relationship, but a narcissistic abuser can make you feel like everything you do is wrong. If you're in a narcissistic relationship, your appearance, behavior, and even the sound of your voice might be criticized. Now, I've experienced that, but I've never experienced like, no, one narcissistic man what would be like, why you gotta dress like that? Why you gotta talk like that? Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta put on makeup? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do this? Like, and this is when I was like really trying to initially start doing YouTube, and he would be like, I can't, I would never be able to show my family this. I wouldn't be able to show my mother this. Shifting responsibility and blame. Now, this is what you all love to bring your up in my chat and do. Narcissistic abusers often deflect responsibility for their actions by shifting the blame onto the women, hence blaming single mothers all the time and not holding themselves accountable for the fact that they are solely in control of conception. If they don't shoot the club up, there will be no pregnancy, hence there will be no baby. They don't take accountability for that at all. All they do is blame women for actually having children and creating more people and doing what they're supposed to do. They blame women for men leaving. We witness this in this comment section every single day. Blame shifting. Blame shifting. Clear as day. Make sure you all subscribed if you're not already subscribed. And sending them donations. Shouts out to those of you who have donated. I appreciate you. My Cash App is pinned. It's $ Love Jones TV, and super chats are welcome. Narcissistic abusers often deflect responsibility for their actions by shifting blame onto the victim. They may accuse you of being the cause of your own abusive behavior or claim you're overreacting. This tactic not only absolves the abuser of guilt, but also confuses and undermines the victim's sense of reality. Because a man can only create a single mother. A woman can't create a single mother. Only a man can create a single mother. Creating an atmosphere of constant uncertainty. Narcissists are known for creating an environment where the victims feel perpetually uncertain and off balance. This might involve unpredictable reactions, sudden mood changes, or inconsistent treatment. You may be left constantly anxious and unsure, which makes them more susceptible to further narcissistic manipulation and control. Living with a narcissist, living with a narcissist, I'm sure can be really hard. Like, I've spent a lot of, time, but I've never outright lived with someone that was subjected me to narcissistic abuse. So I wouldn't, know. But just period, dealing with a narcissist, you don't know what their mood is going to be. And because they do this thing where they like withhold affection, they withhold attention, they withhold love, because it's their way of punishing you and whipping you into shape. And they're constantly arguing with you and criticizing you. Like, you do tend to just shut down. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what to expect. And once again, it releases a stress hormone, which is cortisol. And, that affects like your weight. And once again, it just messes with you mentally. It really does. Exploiting emotional vulnerabilities. A narcissist love to pretend like they are the shoulder that you can cry on, the person that you can lean on. They will get up in your business. They want to ask you all of your deepest, darkest secrets. They want to know, they want to know, they want to know, just so that they can use it against you. They will keep it in the clutch for ammo. And they will let that thing off as soon as they get the opportunity to push that button and to exploit that. And this is why, ladies and gents, ladies mostly, when we talk about never ever letting a man know every single thing about you. I did this once, one good time. Well, when I was younger, when I was with my high school sweetheart, because he was my high school sweetheart, we were kids, so I didn't know any better. But the latest narcissist that I dated, he was like my best friend for 3 years, and he knew everything about me. And you think that he didn't exploit that? Think he didn't use that to his advantage? You think he didn't? Baby. Moving forward, I don't care if you my best friend. I don't care if you my lawyer. I don't care if you my financial advisor. I don't care if you. I don't even tell my therapist every goddamn thing. You cannot, especially with a man, as a woman, tell him all of your deepest, darkest secrets, because he is going to use that against you at some point. Or he'll use it as an excuse to treat you badly, because he'll see that you may have accepted that in the past. So if he knows that you're willing to accept that from somebody else, then once he has you where he needs you, why won't he accept it? Why won't you accept it from him? A narcissistic abuser often exploits the emotional vulnerabilities of their victims. They may use intimate knowledge or sensitive information shared to trust to manipulate or emotionally wound you. This exploitation can deepen your sense of dependency and weaken your ability to resist their control. Because it's a broken woman leading a broken colt into nothing but brokenness and sadness. How am I leading women into brokenness and sadness when I'm talking about narcissistic abuse? You see, this is exactly what the fuck you're doing. You're not smarter than me. You are literally exploiting my emotional vulnerabilities right now. Ladies, look at what is happening. This man, Trey, is exploiting my emotional vulnerabilities right now. I'm sitting up here relating to my audience, talking to my love bugs about things that I've experienced from narcissistic men just like him. And he's doing exactly what I just spoke about. He's exploiting it and using it against me. He's trying to use it against me. Look at what he just said. Oh, a broken woman using broken tactics for broken men. He's legit doing the exact same thing. This is what he's doing. A narcissistic abuser often exploits the emotional vulnerabilities of their victim. They may use intimate knowledge or sensitive information shared in trust to manipulate or emotionally wound you. That's exactly what this man is trying to do. I don't know him. He's a stranger on the internet, but that is exactly what he's trying to do. That's narcissistic abuse. And I'm experiencing it from a stranger right now. I'm legit reading you all the definition of what narcissistic abuse is, and while simultaneously experiencing it right now. Ain't that some shit? You can't make this up. This legit is a social experiment that I'm undergoing. If I was there, I would literally slap you, learn to ignore. Slap who, bitch? You think you're gonna slap me and get away with it? Don't ever in your life come up in here. Let me block these people. Yeah, yeah, we about to have us a block party because I'm letting y'all talk too much. You're good at no. Shut up, Trey. It's over. You're clipped. It's over. It's over. Like how he just tried to exploit me being vulnerable with my audience. Thank you, Joseph. He literally, we just witnessed it. We witnessing it. He literally just tried to exploit me being vulnerable with my audience. Now I'm legit. He's talking about, oh, a broken woman. At the end of the day, I'm not fucking broken. I'm strong. I'm resilient. I'm here. I'm in one fucking piece. I am healing. I've healed from a lot of stuff. I'm not talking to you guys about things that is my life right now or something that I'm stuck in and I can't get out of. I'm reading you all the textbook definition of narcissistic abuse, and yet people are still trying to find a way to attack me and personalize it. I'm not making any of this up. I'm giving you all instances in which I can relate. And then they will love to say, oh, you broke, you this. Who did it? A fucking man. A man did it. Any woman that has any type of trauma, any type of abuse, a man did it. So now what? Now what, bitch? Did it. Instead of telling men to do better and stop terrorizing, traumatizing women, you will come over here and blame a woman. This is exactly what we're talking about when I'm reading definitions of narcissistic abuse. What are the telltale signs? Shift the blame. Blame the victim. Yeah, you getting blocked too, you stupid bitch. Burn in hell. Example of narcissist. See, I'm trying not to cuss, y'all. I'm trying not to cuss because chat. Thank you, Quaisha, for the super sticker. Y'all in the chat making it seem like LJ's the only one, is only going at one group. She tells the truth and holds the candle of accountability to everyone. I do, but it is intentional that they do that because they cannot help but to center themselves. They think that they are the center of the universe. And thank you for the super sticker. They think they're the center of the universe. I legit read the definition of narcissistic personality disorder, and it said men are predominantly the ones who have this disorder. And yet that goes over everybody's head. That goes over their head. Women do it too. Nobody ever said that narcissistic women does not exist. But we always go by the majority rules. Majority men are narcissists. That legit is in the fucking definition. Don't be mad at me, bitch. Be mad at the definition. Be mad at the word. They act like I'm just solely sitting up here making up something. I'm not making up. This is not fiction. If a woman has 3 or 4 baby daddies, what? See, here we go. Look, they love to come up here and talk about single mothers. It don't matter what we talking about. If a woman has 3 or 4 baby daddies, then where the baby daddies at? How she even get that? How did that happen? Example of narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic abuse can take many forms. This type of psychological abuse can come from a narcissistic parent or other family members, a romantic partner, a friend, or even a boss or a coworker. Everybody up in here, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. They don't exactly, Ebony. Some common examples of saying that word so many times is like a tongue twister. Narcissistic abuse include withholding. People who are narcissists may withhold money, financial abuse, affection, or even communication in an attempt to punish their abuse victims. The silent treatment is a frequently seen form of withholding. Emotional blackmail. In a toxic relationship, your own emotions can be used against you. When you don't do what an abuser wants, they may try to make you feel guilty or fearful. Insults. Verbal abuse like name calling, harsh criticism, and other insults are ways for those narcissistic personality disorder to chip away at the victim's self esteem. Abusers will often disguise their abusive behavior as sarcasm and jokes. Y'all, it ain't no joke out here. We got to armor ourselves because they really do it. People that don't even know you. Like you, I'm sitting up here reading the definition, and men are coming up in here just make it like telling me that I'm wrong and women do it too. And we're not talking about that. There are more narcissistic men than there are women. Build a bridge and get over it. Don't argue. I'm not arguing about things that's legit in the definition. I'm not making this up. I'm not just sitting up here pointing a finger at a man. That's literally who y'all are, the narcissist. It just is what it is. Y'all don't want to take no accountability. And I'm so disgusted by that. I'm so disgusted by the fact that men do not take accountability for nothing. It's everybody else's fault. Everybody else's fault. It's ridiculous. Like, dang. Malicious gossip. Someone with MPD may deliberately spread lies about you or your behavior. Slander, lies, and damage your reputation can always be ways to intentionally isolate you from others. Sabotage. Narcissism may cause someone to take steps to sabotage your career, relationships, or any other aspects of your life. This can be a way to keep you under their thumb and strengthen their power over you. Accusations. I told y'all about the accusations. When you're in a romantic relationship with a narcissistic person, you may be accused of lying, stealing, or cheating, or other negative behaviors. Being wrongfully accused can put you on the defensive, which can help deflect, exactly, because it's all about pivoting and deflecting. You see, they come up here and they do it to me all the time, and I get to cussing them out. That's what they want. Um, Being wrongfully accused can put you on the defensive, which can help deflect from the behaviors and actions of someone with MPD. Understanding the cycle of narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic abuse follows a distinct and clinical pattern consistent of three key phases: idealization, devaluation, and discarding, which can occur repeatedly, trapping the victim in a continuous loop of emotional turmoil. This is some real deal stuff, y'all. It's real. And the fact that I experienced this, I've experienced it from my romantic partners, I've experienced it from family members, and I experience it on while I do my show. And y'all witness me experience it. It's crazy. It's insane. And it is so hard to like talk about it with men when they do it because they don't take accountability. They'll say they do all of these things. They just dig in and they sink in with the abusive tactics. And I don't even think that a lot of them realize that what they're doing is a form of abuse because they're just so used to being able to operate in a lower vibrational state and to operate in an abusive manner because a lot of women don't even know that they're being subjected to this and no one ever calls them out. Once again, they're idolized, they're worshiped, they're infantilized, and people always make excuses for them. So they never have to take any accountability. So when you do shine a light on some of the bad behavior, they don't know how to take it. The only way they can deal with it is to blame you, shift the blame. Ideation phase. This initial stage is characterized by excessive admiration and attention, the love bombing stage. The narcissist projects an idealized image of themselves, showcasing charm, empathy, and affection to lure the victim into a relationship. Oof. Child, this is terrible. During this phase, the victim often experiences a heightened sense of emotional connection and well being, unaware of the manipulative tactics at play. The second phase, devaluation. As the relationship progresses, the narcissist gradually shifts from admiration to criticism. This phase is marked by emotional withdrawal, gaslighting, and demeaning behaviors. The abuser undermines the victim's self esteem in reality, leading to confusion and self doubt. The inconsistency between the initial idolation and subsequent devaluation creates a psychological dependence. This is what we talk about, leaving the victim yearning for the return of the ideal partner they first encountered. Subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Everybody in here, double tap the screen. There's three dots at the top. Press it and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Three, the discarding phase. In its final stage, the narcissist may abruptly end the relationship or gradually become more distant. This phase can involve emotional, psychological, or even physical abandonment. The victim already ended the the victim already eroded by constant devaluation is left feeling worthless and devastated. However, this discarding is not often permanent. Narcissists may return to previous victims, restarting the cycle with a renewed phase of idealization. They never leave. They may leave for a little bit, but they always come back. They come back to temperature check. They come back because they need a fix. They come back because I believe that a narcissist is capable of love. However, I feel like they're not capable of the type of love that someone that wants to be in a healthy relationship requires. Understanding this cycle is crucial for recognizing the signs of narcissistic abuse when it's happening. Victims often feel trapped in a narcissistic abuse cycle due to a complex mix of emotional dependency, low self-esteem, and intermittent reinforcement or affection and attention. Breaking free requires awareness, support, and often professional guidance to navigate the deeply ingrained psychological impact of such abuse. This is deep. And for these men to get up here and talk about, oh, she just wounded, she just hurt. Sir, I'm reading the definition. Yes, I'm giving you all examples of things that I experienced, but I'm legit reading the definition. I'm reading the definition. You're a victim. I'm not a victim, baby. I'm a fucking goddess. I'm an alchemist. I transmute energy. I'm doing good. Trust me. I'm not a victim. Have I been victimized? Yes. But right now, I'm nobody's fucking victim. Do you see me? You're able to see me right now. If I was a victim, there's no way I would be on the internet with all that these people come up in here and do. There's no way I would be able to get up here and do what I'm doing. Thank you, Hera. Thank you, baby. LJ, how are they mad at you? You're reading the definition of a word. That part, it's that part for me because they don't want no type of light to be shined on them. Because how am I they telling me, oh, you this, you that? What? I'm reading the definition of narcissistic abuse. It's crazy. That part, blessed one. I love your energy. You're speaking many truths. Thank you, Matthew. She bash men every day. Shut up. If this is bashing men, then you need to get yourself together and you should stop being abusive. Because if you are taking this personally, then that means that you're a narcissistic abuser. Period. Effects of narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic abuse has a negative impact on both your physical and your emotional well-being. Being in an abusive relationship with someone who has narcissistic tendencies often can have lasting effects, even if the narcissistic individual is no longer in your life. Expert insight. Narcissistic abusers can make you question your worth. It's important to get support in order to learn how to own the truth, your truth again, as narcissists manipulate and control swiftly. If you're struggling, connect with a support group or professional who can help you identify your boundaries while helping you rebuild your values, integrity, and self-esteem. And this case in point, ladies and gentlemen, they don't want you to have boundaries. They don't want you to choose better. They don't really want you to do better. They just want you to shut the fuck up and allow them to treat you crazy in peace. That's really what these men get up here and fight for on the internet. They want you to shut up. They want you to shut up. They do not want women to speak out. They don't want you to talk about what you've experienced at the hands of a man. They don't want you to tell women, hey, maybe this is what you should watch out for. They don't want you to pinpoint exactly what it is that a woman is experiencing because there's women that experience this on the daily and they don't have a definition for it. They don't have a term for it. They don't even know exactly what it is, but they're experiencing exactly what we are reading right now. Anxiety, the damaging effects of this abuse may include anxiety and depression. Abusive behaviors don't have the same effect on everyone, but after experiencing abuse from a narcissistic person, victims may struggle with fear, depression, or anxiety, even when they're in ordinary everyday situations. Narcissists frequently isolate their abuse victims, and the social isolation can increase the risk of depression. For many people who suffer at the hands of someone with NPD, it can be hard not to believe their narcissistic abuser's verbal abuse, which can lead to feelings of worthlessness. PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. The trauma of narcissistic abuse can cause a person to develop post traumatic stress disorder. People with PTSD may have a heightened anxiety response, which feeling like they're on guard. It's common for them to have flashbacks of the abuse they've experienced and struggle with intense feelings of guilt and shame. Cognitive issues. We spoke about that a little bit. When you experience trauma, your brain releases stress hormones, cortisol. Over time, this can have an impact on your brain function. People who've experienced emotional abuse may develop memory issues or struggle to concentrate on tasks. Health symptoms. Not only can narcissistic abuse take a toll on your emotional well being, it can also impact your physical health. The prolonged stress from abuse can lead to minor physical symptoms such as headaches, nausea, but it also may increase your risk for serious health issues like ulcers, neurological disorders, and heart disease. Also, autoimmune diseases. This is why when they say you're going to be single and you're going to be alone, your chances of living a longer, healthier life also increases. They don't threaten you with that though. Taking steps towards narcissistic abuse recovery. Even though abusers don't always harm victims in the same way, living through abuse can seriously affect you. Thankfully, even though a narcissistic relationship can be intensely damaging, an abuse survivor can heal. A narcissistic abuser may shatter your sense of self worth, but you can work to rebuild your confidence and heal from the narcissism and consequent trauma you've experienced. It's important to point out that if you've been abused and mistreated, you must remember that it's not your fault. If your abuser is still in your life, you'll have to set clear boundaries to protect yourself from harm in the future. A mental health professional can help you, so on and so forth. Okay, now I'm we gonna do the I, which is I usually do my I first, but I didn't because I'm trying to read. I wonder what's the difference between a narcissist versus avoidant attachment. So let's look up. We could Google avoidant attachment. Well, we looked up narcissistic personality disorder, but we didn't. Let's go. So let's just do the base word narcissist. A narcissist is someone who has a personality style that is self centered and preoccupied with their own needs, often at the expense of others. So, a narcissist has a huge, inflated ego. They need to be pedestalized. They need you to center them. A lot of these men come up in my comment section and they exhibit exactly that. Just think self centered. Everything has to be about them. They don't care who they hurt, they don't care who they harm. They're always at the center of everything. Now, avoidant. Whew, avoidant personality disorder. Or avoidant attachment style. I think that's what you said, right, Amy? Avoidant attachment style. Avoidant versus narcissist. Okay, that popped up, so we'll click that. People with avoidant personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder have different characteristics, but there are some that overlap. People with avoidant personality disorder tend to have low self esteem and fear of rejection and can lead to social isolation and avoidance of close relationships. They may also be sensitive to criticism and have a need to be liked. Narcissistic personality disorder. People with NPD are often described as arrogant, self centered, and manipulative. They may have a lack of empathy for others and excessive need for admiration. They may also blame others for their own shortcomings. Overlap. People with grandiose narcissism may have an extreme form of avoidant attachment along with an inflated sense of self purpose. So that's the overlap with the avoidant personality disorder, the isolation, the centering oneself. But the avoidant is not doing it from a sense of being manipulative. It's mostly from a sense of rejection, maybe having low self esteem and being very sensitive to other people's energy and criticism. So that's the difference. Uh, so this is The Berries by Juvia. Wow, I know a man like that sad. So the last 10 to 15 minutes, those people have been blocked because not all of from the not all section they are falling off quick. No, because I'm not gonna. I don't like. This is my show. Now, if I allow you to come up in here and talk and give your opinion for a long time, then you should count yourself lucky, and that's a blessing. It's a blessing for me to even let you up in here when you talking shit that I don't want to hear. You could feel however you want to feel. You could say, "Oh, she don't let people get their have their opinion." I don't care. I do let people have their opinion, but this is my show at the end of the day. So it does not matter what your opinion is. What matters is my opinion and my subscribers and my love bugs because that's who I'm speaking directly to. And I'm speaking directly to women. Now, as a man, if you want to come up in here, you can because the door is open, but I will close that motherfucker. I will slam the door in your face if you get to be too out of hand because y'all be up in here just being disruptive. Y'all always want to be combative. You always want to be disagreeable when it's not called for, and you can't help but to pivot and deflect. You get mad at me legit reading a definition of something. I'm not making up what narcissistic abuse means. I've read what it meant. And y'all are up in here, so, oh, she hurt, she bitter. Even if I did not give anything relating to my own personal life, that still does not negate what the fucking literal definition of it is. So you could get mad, y'all can feel however it is that you want to feel. I don't care. I do not care. That part, LJ, if you got to get the line, don't worry, the time out the club and block party. The period, that part. Love Jones is very generous. You're letting people talk ish. That hello. She mostly blocks as a last resort when it gets too disrespectful. It's that part for me. Like I don't understand how they don't see what be going on in this comment section. And I'm also doing my makeup, so I don't see every single thing. What I'm catching, I let these people be up in here for a long time, getting their rocks off because they lonely and lame in real life, and nobody loves them. So they come up in here to get some of my attention and even my love bugs in the comment section. Cause I be seeing them going back and forth cussing people out too, which is hilarious to me. It's funny. I can't say it's funny. Or maybe you're just reading different. How am I reading different? So now y'all accusing me of not reading the article exactly how it's presented. You gotta be kidding me. It has to be crack. Y'all gotta be smoking crack. I told you the name of the article that I just read. Go and look at it for yourself. I'm not making up anything. I'm not switching the words in the article. This, ladies and gentlemen, is gaslighting. And I'm not falling for it. Thank you, past cool. I think they feel as though you're saying it's all men, but some people just want it to be about them when it's not. Thank you. Now I know what gaslighting is. Thank you. Of course, boo. I got you. That's why I'm here. Even though they come and they mad at me, I don't care. They're mad at me because I don't care. Like, I don't care. Thank you, DeMarcus. And they love to say I hate men. I do not hate men. I love men. I love good men. I love kind men. I love men that treat women with respect. I love men that's providers. I love men that aren't abusive. A lot of men are abusive. Y'all just don't want to. It's a hard pill to swallow. I get that, but a lot of men are abusive. It just is what it is. Not all men. And when I say abusive, I'm not talking about physical abuse. I'm not talking about you beating a woman down to the ground. I'm talking about mental and emotional abuse. Y'all come up here and y'all do it to me, strangers. So could you imagine what some women are subjected to in their daily lives and in their homes and behind closed doors by men that they're intimate with, by their brothers, their cousins, their fathers, their grandfathers, their male co-workers, their male bosses. Like, could you imagine if you all strangers on the internet will get up here and do it to me daily? Someone said they have a good woman. Good. I hope you treat her like she's a good woman. I really do hope that she gets treated like a good woman because there's a lot of good women out there that don't get treated how they deserve to be treated. I hope you appreciate her. I really do. Y'all, I'm not against relationships. I'm not against marriage. I'm not against having a family. I think that's a beautiful thing. But the gaslighting, the name calling, like it's not okay. Y'all get up here, y'all call I get called names. And yes, we're on the internet, but these men also live in the real world. So if they could come up here and do it to a stranger, a woman that they don't know on the internet, imagine how they treat women in real life. Just think about that. Really, really think about that. If they could come up here and treat a stranger that they don't know on the internet with so much disdain, so much vitriol, so much hate, imagine how they treat the women in their real life. Like, seriously, think about that. This is Rebel Mints. Everybody up in here, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We're on the road to 30K. I'm so for relationship and marriage. I'm glad women have learned about different characteristics of men. That part, bless one. Am I a model? Yes, I am. Hey, Love Jones, first time here. Always in your. Hey, MKS. Yes, make sure you describe. Make sure you subscribe and welcome to the show. Olympia runner. Yes, that was set on fire. I'll be telling y'all, you women cannot be with no man that's jealous or resentful of them because they are going to make your life a living hell. They will make your life a living hell. Is that silver or light blue? This is the color. So it's kind of like a, I wouldn't say it's like a turquoise, kind of like a shimmer. Some men be so jealous of women. Some, not all. Just like some women be jealous of men, but it's more prevalent the other way around. I think I need, okay, we gotta smoke this out more. Nice to meet you. Hey Mia, what's up, babe? What, he deleted her? Yes. He burned her up. He burned her up. It's and I peeped that it said that was her ex-boyfriend. So she probably was trying to leave him because he was abusive. You want healthy relationships and healthy marriages. Exactly. That part. Yep, it was her ex, I believe. They wasn't even together. Give me some of this. If it isn't healthy and productive, why even bother? That part. Treat others how you want to be treated. Yes. Who you getting cute for? For y'all. I appreciate my man paying for the dates. I will do the same as well. Times are expensive. It takes two to show love. Veronica, I feel like people should live how they see fit, and I appreciate you being honest about that because a lot of men like to make it seem like every woman is just out to get them for their money, which I feel like women should be out to get a man for his money because we live in a capitalist world. Like, why wouldn't women try to get with a man that has money? But me personally, I'm not opposed to doing anything for a man. I've never said that I was, even though they like to say that. I just think that a man should show his hand fully first, and you should know that he deserves that, and he needs to be more than capable of paying for dates. I'm not a 50-50 type of girl. And if I live with you, I'm not paying the rent or the mortgage. I'm just not. I'll pay some utilities. I'll get some groceries. I'll cook. If I want to buy something around the house, I'll do that, toiletries, whatever. But I think a man should be able to pay for the overhead. Isn't that what being a leader is? And a man should play his cards first and show you who he is first. Now, when you first start getting with somebody, you absolutely should not be reaching in your purse to pay for dates. I just don't think that that's how that should go. Now, when that's your man and it's established, if you want to treat him here or there, I'm not gonna be like, don't ever take your man out because you can. That's your man. You already know that he got you. You already know that when the bill needs to be paid, he gonna pay it. You already know that. So there's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta know that he deserves that. But who am I? I'm nobody to judge how anybody chooses to live. If you want to be a 50-50 woman, then I think that you should do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Live your life how you see fit. I feel like it doesn't look even. I don't know what. Probably didn't put enough makeup on. Like you be saying, "Oh, you caked up." I really don't be putting on that much. I really don't. I don't put a lot of makeup on. I do the colors, but the base, I don't. I don't. I feel like most of the love bugs ladies are heavy catered to you type of ladies, but men gotta be on their real step too. Like you can't do that for everybody. Period. And they gotta prove that they earned that they deserve that. Like what the fuck? I'm not about to be out here cooking for no man that won't even buy me a goddamn hamburger. Like, no. I'm not about to be out here taking no man out and doing all this for a man that won't pay my light bill. Like, no, I'm just not doing it. A man has to show you first. Period. That's how I feel. Well, I've been nice and got taken advantage of, but I'm still staying positive and nice. I have to use my intuition. You see, Veronica, but that's why you got to change your mindset, babe. You can't say go into it saying it takes two. No, it takes a man to show and prove that he is a provider and a leader. You know, you got to lead with that. You can't lead with I'm going in to help a man. No, you have to lead with a man should come in to help you. And there's nothing wrong with being nice, but nice girls finish last. You see how they say nice guys finish last? That's what we'll talk about in the next slide. Being a nice woman doesn't get you far. It really the fuck don't. It doesn't get you far. Especially not in the beginning. Especially not in the beginning. There she goes. There she goes again. Yes, I hear you. The man has to lead first in the beginning. Exactly. I always thought the woman was the helper. Men are supposed to help women. Thank you, Slick TV. A man should make your life easier. Exactly. It's reciprocal at a point, but in the beginning, absolutely not. That's how women get taken advantage of. That part, Amarella. Because women really be out here leading with their purse. I make over six figures. Bitch, you is not supposed to go around gloating about how much money you make to no damn man. Is you crazy? Because now he gonna be expecting you to go in your wallet and you just setting yourself up to be a mark. Like, yes, that's beautiful. It's amazing that you make money and you take care of yourself. But to go around bragging about that to a man and then you get mad when he's not a provider, like he's gonna think that you don't need him to do that. Your makeup looks great. Thank you, Siobhan. Love your big hair. Have you thought about doing hair tutorials? Thank you, babe. No, I haven't thought about doing hair tutorials. I don't. Once I start selling hair, then maybe yeah. But and this hair is on my TikTok shop. But thank you, boo. What you talking about? Is the difference between a man a, and a grown ass man? A grown ass man already knows going in he gonna be the leader. Without that comes the responsibility of handling business. Yeah, but Nick Cannon said they manipulate to get what they want. Yep, I could have loads in the back, and oh, you mean in the bank, and the man will think I'm broke as a joke. That part, I can't stand a woman that's bragging about how much money she got to a man. That's weird. Unless you're a rapper and you making a song, I bitch, I don't want to hear about what you got in your bank account. We can see it because we can see. You know, you can see when somebody get into it and they a businesswoman. But when you are on a date with a man or when you're in the company of a man, you should never be sitting up there talking about, yeah, I make this amount of money. I make that's very masculine. It is weird. Like, do you want to be taken advantage of? Exactly. It's crazy because there's a lot of boys with beards. You have to assess them and ask them hard questions and listen to the responses that will tell you if it's a man or a clown. Lola, I agree. However, I don't like that we infantilize men. It's not a boy. That's a grown ass man. He's just stunted, immature, but that's a grown up. Calling them a boy, we kind of low key give them a pass. or we absolve them of having to step up to the plate and be an adult. Haven't been in your life for a while, but girl, you look sun as ever. Thank you. That part. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. You're welcome, Amy. Woo! I have a lot of cramps, you guys. I have a lot of cramps. Do you wear sunscreen? No, but the primers that I use typically have sunscreen in them. Shouts out to you, Veronica. Welcome to the show. Yep, and this is a color pop pencil. Somebody asked what I was gonna eat. I don't know. I didn't make the fried rice yet that I wanted to make. And y'all know this is my last week of eating any damn thing I want to eat. So I might fry some chicken wings, which is rare, and I might make that fried rice. Or there's this Indian Chinese restaurant that's not too far. I might go there and get some chicken noodle soup and some spring rolls and just eat that. Because I'm not, I feel like, I don't know if I'm gonna stand up and cook. So I might go get some soup and some spring rolls, which is just a couple blocks away. That's the beauty of living in the tri-state, child. Everything is within walking distance. How do you know if a man has a side B? Baby, that's something you will never know because these men find a way to stretch 24 hours. You got chocolate on deck. I got some cookie dough and I got some ice cream. You will never know if a man got a side chick. That man could be with you at every family event. He could be with you. He could live with you and live with another woman at the same time. So it's no way. It's honestly no way to know. It really is. It's no way to know. You just gotta trust your man, and just go with your intuition. And everything will always reveal itself to you. Everything will. This is Wet and Wild and the color Flirt Alert. Everything will always reveal itself to you. I love you. Send me a donation. This is a little too. I think it's because of the eyeshadow. Is like. So a little bit of this in there. This is the color Wine. Some blue. Okay. A darker blue. Thank you, Veronica, for the super sticker. I appreciate you, boo. Yeah, that's much better. Maybe I'll do a little darker blue up here. I'll try it out. Lipstick brand. So this is Juvia's Place. The palette that I'm using is Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place. I need an endorsement, okay? The blush that I use was Juvia's Place. The cream contour that I use was Juvia's Place. I love Juvia's Place. I'm about to order me some more palettes. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, and I just need to do it. I want to go into Ulta. That's why I have not ordered anything, but I have not been able to. But I think I should just order because we do makeup all the time, and I need to get a more like makeup. Even though for me, I don't give a damn. I use the same stuff all the time, but just for different variations for y'all and to try out different products for y'all. But for the lip, I use a dark brown. I can't remember the color, but it's just like a dark brown. But it's Color Pop. I use Wet and Wild. This color is called Flirt Alert, and then I use the wine colored liner. Oh, I like that, Mia. Yes, good suggestion. I like that. Yeah, I like that. It makes it look more sultry. Oh, I like that a lot. I felt like something was missing too, but I didn't know what. I was just like, and then I'm talking a lot, so I was just gonna leave it. But this is good. Mhm. Yeah. And plus, it's given the dress theme. You like the baby blue? Thank you, Alex. Ooh, you tried NYX? Yes, I love NYX. I love NYX. Absolutely. The thing is though, like the small palettes of NYX, I think is overpriced. Like they have little small like these are like $15. Like this is like $15. The Morphe palette. A NYX small palette is like $20. And I'm like, it don't even and it's small. Like I'm not paying $20 for that. So the new Juvia's Place palette that I want to get is Culture 2, and I believe it's like $38. Like I think that makes sense. But the little I'm not paying $20 for a little palette that's like this, and the colors are not even like popping like that. It doesn't really make sense to me. So, but I like the lip glosses and the lipsticks from NYX. I like the I have a NYX foundation that I really like. I got a NYX setting spray. Dang, I hate when I get a little bit of mascara on there, but that's okay. Make sure y'all subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button if you have not already. Ooh, I'm about to get up off here. I think I'm gonna get some. I don't even know if I could walk to get to, honestly. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. How long have you been on? 97 minutes. So what is that? An hour and a half? Do you get jealous if your man checks out other women? If he's gawking, I don't know if I would call it jealousy, but I'm probably more so like annoyed and embarrassed. But if he just looks like, I'm not gonna be like, why are you looking at that bitch? Because there's people in the world. Like, should I be looking around at people too? But if you like, then I'm gonna cuss you out. What do I think about the whole Tyrese situation? Well, because Tyrese got locked up. Thank you, Gilbert. You feel disrespected. It depends on how you look. Like I feel like it's unrealistic to think that a man is not going to look at people when you're out in public. If you're gawking, like, oh, then that's too much. But if you just glance, I'm not gonna be like Tyrese behind bars. Yeah, they said that they arrested him because for not paying his child support, right? Yeah, it's a big difference between looking and staring and gawking. Exactly. Gawking is disrespectful. Yes, I agree. What if your man looks at the same woman over and over? Um, It depends. Like, I don't know. I think everything is circumstantial. If she's within eyesight, like if she's like right there and he just like glances, I'm gonna be like, okay, like she's like standing right in front of him. But it depends on how he's looking at her. Like if you just look up and you're looking around a room, I'm not gonna be like, oh. But if you like making googly eyes and doing, like, then I'm gonna cuss you out because now you intentionally you're trying to embarrass me. Thank you. Ooh. They start gawking, you start walking. A glance is fine, but staring someone up and down in your presence is disrespectful. Yes, it's very disrespectful. Nice to meet you too. Oh, okay. Y'all talking to each other. When I see a chick looking good, I tell her to keep it pushing. If she stop and talk, it's all good. Just looking and not saying nothing to her to me is weird. Oh, you tell her and keep it pushing. Okay, I feel you. I heard Tyrese didn't even want to pay the 10K he was ordered to pay. Trust your man has a real issue if he looking anywhere but your eyes. No, that was sweet. Here, make it believe. Thank you, Mia. Oh, let me show y'all my dress because it's super cute. Oh, I gotta stand up off camera to put it down. Ooh, let me show y'all. Oh, oh my God, I'm tripping over stuff. Isn't she cute? It's like cut out on the sides. It's long. I really, really like it. It's like floor length. I wore this the first time I went to Jamaica. This dress is so old. I bought this dress in like 2018, I think, and I could still fit it. Thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah, I really like it. It makes me feel, sexy. Thank you. You ain't lose no weight. What you trying to say? Turn around. Send me some money. Thank you. Yeah, I feel really good in this dress. Like I love the fact that I could like still fit stuff from back then because I'm like, okay. Because I told y'all like I was in 2022, I was mad super duper thick. Thank you, Quaisha. If you were overweight, would you wait until you lost weight before started dating? Yes, I would. I'm not gonna lie because I feel like I wouldn't be my most confident self, but that's just me. Like I think that as long as you're confident and you feel good about yourself, then you should date no matter what you look like. But for me personally, if I was really like super overweight, I don't know that I would feel confident. And that would make me worry about the type of guys that I would be attracting. Hey, DH. She's trying to say you're slimming. I'm trying to get down as well. Yes, it's the alcohol. I don't drink anymore. I completely stopped drinking, and also it's what I eat. I don't eat a lot. What did I eat today? I don't think I had anything. Did I? No, yes, I did. I had pancakes. I had four $silver pancakes because I don't like big pancakes. I make the small ones. Banana pancakes. I had two small chicken apple sausages and I had one scrambled egg. I ate that. I think I ate that like around 11. So that's the only thing I ate so far. And now I'm hungry. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to go and get the soup because I don't feel like I'm having, yeah. So, but I am very hungry and I don't want to eat anything too crazy. So I think I'm going to get, like I said, go to the Indian Chinese spot and get some chicken noodle soup and some spring rolls. Either that or yeah, I don't think I have the energy to cook. So I think I'm gonna go get me something to eat. Yeah, that's it. That's it. What's wrong with being super duper thick? Ain't nothing wrong with it. I like how I am now. I just think that everybody has their ideal size. And when I was super duper thick, I didn't, my clothes, for me personally, I didn't like that. I felt like I needed to wear shapewear. Like I didn't like right now I'm like bloated. Like my stomach is not how it was, but I used to have a soft six pack. But when I was 20 pounds heavier, I felt like I needed to wear shapewear. Like when I would do a photo shoot, I felt like I look stuffed. Like I just didn't feel confident. So for me being this weight, like to me, I'm like slim thick, but I'm curvy still, like I'm not too thin and I don't and I feel comfortable in my clothes. So if I was to go and do a photo shoot right now, I wouldn't feel like I needed to wear shapewear. I wouldn't feel like I needed to I feel more confident, but I spend a lot of time on camera. I've always been on camera, and for me, it's a confidence thing and it's a comfortability thing. So it doesn't have anything to do with what I think about looking thick. I think that's popping. But for me personally, because I spend a lot of time on camera, I don't want to feel self conscious about, oh, my double chin. Like I still have this, and I'll be like, I don't. But it was bigger. Like my face was bigger. Everything was just bigger, and I didn't like that. This is my ideal size, and we should all have our ideal size. You know. Now, once I have a baby, I don't know, what my body is gonna do. So the way I feel about myself and the way I view my body, I'm sure may change because, once you become a mom, they say your whole outlook on life changes. So I probably won't care if I'm looking more round in the midsection because I be like, bitch, I made a whole human. You know what I mean? Like it'll be different, but I just think that we should all have an ideal weight or an ideal image for ourselves and maintain that. And of course, health is at the top. Y'all get to a size you feel comfortable, everyone, and you're not losing your breath doing things. Yeah, that's true. You talking too much, stand up, baby. Send me some fucking money. Send me some money. You typing too much and ain't send no money. I'm thick, but I still have an hourglass shape. Yeah, I want some curves. You look good, baby. You look like a woman should. Hasn't had their body destroyed. Being life, it's bringing life in. Thank you, Mia. But I don't think no. That's a badge of honor. Don't say having your body destroyed. I think that's beautiful. And I'm gonna have at least one baby. I'm gonna have me at least one, within the next couple of years. I'm gonna have a baby, y'all. Now, by who, I don't know. Like that's up to God. That's solely up to God. That is solely up to God. So we gonna see. Nobody care about a timeout. This ain't preschool. We bullying all moderators. You not bullying shit, bitch. I'ma block you. Who the fuck this? You're blocked. Um, would you ever date a short man or someone your height? I would, but you can't be. Your stomach is flat. What are you talking about? No, I'm talking about when I was 20 pounds heavier, and like it was bigger. Like I felt like I needed to wear shape. I was wearing like a thong that was like a shapewear thong. You know what I mean? That like kind of, the thongs that have like the midriff that sucks you in. Like I would wear stuff like that. Um, I hate my stretch marks. I don't I have light ones here and I have some like on my booty and my thighs and I used to be super self-conscious about it, but now I don't care. Like men don't give a damn. Men do not care. But yeah, I will not date a man shorter than me though. Like absolutely not. Would you date a white man? Tummy compression. Exactly, umbrella. That's what I used to wear. As long as you don't get too small, you can disappear in a crack in the floor. I used to be really, really small. A surrogate. No, I actually would want to experience bringing a baby in the world. If, God is willing and God permits, like I would want to experience that. Would you date a white man? I have dated white guys before. It's not completely off the table, but you got to be special because I don't be trusting the clear folk. I'm just gonna keep it real. And this is not me saying it's completely off the table, but I got trust issues. It destroys everybody's body. I'm just saying because there's some young people out here who have had kids and they look way worse than I do. Damn. There's some people that have kids and you can't really tell though. Like they don't, like your boobs, of course, but the rest of some people ever got different skin. After babysit my little cousin, I don't know about having the kids part. I'm cleaning my apartment now. I feel like I want to have one. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, what would I do with a kid? I don't think I could do it. And then other times I'll be like, I at least want to just have one, just to. I want to see what my DNA would do. Now, who it's gonna be by? That's the part that I don't know. I don't care about color. I care about how you treat me. That matters too. Yeah, I'm 30. Is it too late to get married? Hell no, absolutely not. I'm over 30. And ain't nobody gonna ever fucking tell me it's too late to get married and have kids. Now, if I was 50, then I would be like, it's not too late to get married, but having kids, yeah, you might as well. It's very hard to conceive at 50. But in your 30s, absolutely not. There's women having babies in their 30s every single day. Do you have baby fever? No, I don't have baby fever, but I think about it and I'll be like, okay, now once I'm in my 40s, am I gonna look back and be like, I should have had at least one child? And I feel like I would. So I think about it like that. She did, but that's Janet. She probably have went through so much type of procedures, and she's a multimillionaire. Her baby father's a billionaire, so they had different type of resources than the average everyday woman. How do you stop comparing yourself to others? I'm 30 and not married, don't have kids, no house, not a financial. Girl, if you keep saying you 30 like you 85, life is gonna keep going. Every day you get up is a new day to start progressing toward your goals and your dreams and your aspirations. Write you out a plan and just start to execute. Figure out what you really want to do, figure out what you like to do, what is it that you enjoy, and just go for it. 30 is young. You're not legally an old person until you're 64. Let's Google how old is a senior citizen? Like when you're considered legally old. Let's see. How old? 62 years old is a senior citizen now. Anyone of retirement age or person that has reached the age of 62 or older. However, the standard threshold for Medicaid is 65. So 62 to 65 is senior citizen. You're not a senior citizen. You are a young person. You can get married and have a baby tomorrow. You just got to believe that you can. And it just needs to be something that you work toward, Stop thinking about having a baby. Think about what does a good mother look like and become a good mother. Become a good parent. Put yourself in a situation to be a good mom and a suitable, partner. And you'll attract that. Work on your physical attributes and become smarter. Sharpen your skill set, take up a trade, get you some hobbies, and get out into the world more. Stop living in that. You got to tell yourself a different story. You keep telling yourself a story that it's too late, then it's going to be too late. If you tell yourself a story that you're a fucking superstar and you don't live by these stupid societal standards, then it doesn't fucking matter. I don't tell myself that it's too late for me to get married and have a baby because I don't believe that. Is it okay to never visit toxic parents and family? They never cared about me and really bring them out. Absolutely, it's okay. Your peace of mind is the that should be your most prized possession outside of your womb. Is your peace of mind. My dad is in his 70s and he has a 5-year-old. Oh, over the hill is 60. They consider that over the hill. Exactly. So you are technically a young person until you're 60. Society just lies to you, especially to women, because they want to tame us, they want to control us, and they want to keep us in our place. But it really has everything to do with how youthful and beautiful you keep yourself. So just continue to work on your inner and your outer beauty, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm cutting myself off at 40. If I don't have kids by then, I'll just adopt a preteen or something. And that's good. There's nothing. My aunt was 41 when she had, yes, my great aunt was 41 or 42 when she had my little cousin too. And she said that's the best thing she ever did. And she was like, I'm so happy I had her that she's my best friend. And they live together. They live together. My little cousin has a son, and my great aunt helps her to raise the baby. And my aunt be like, if I didn't have my daughter that I had when I was in my 40s, then I wouldn't have anybody. I'm working on that right now, and I'm nowhere near 60, but I'm working on it, and I'm not having any more children. Yeah. Y'all, you can't, the thing is, you got to think about it like this, right? You're going to keep living. So who created it's too late? Who made that up? You're still alive. The only thing you have is right now, anyways. So every day you get up, do something that you love, do something toward your dreams, do something that's fulfilling, because that is all that exists is right now. You're gonna keep living. So what you're gonna keep saying, oh, it's too late, oh, I should have been. You're still alive. So why not do things that's fulfilling? Why not do things that make you happy? Why not surround yourself with people that make you happy and make you feel good and fill you up? Like, so you just gonna live a life of misery because you should have did it when you was 22? Like, you're still breathing. You're still alive. As long as you're still alive, there's still opportunity for you to accomplish certain things. There's people that didn't become Vera Wang, I think, didn't start designing until she was in her 40s. I didn't get a college degree, so I was in my 30s. Exactly. Facts. We still here. Might as well have a good time on this floating rock. Exactly. That's how the narcissistic men have women thinking as a collective, thinking at 30 and 40 years old. Exactly. Makeup tour video, please. I don't understand. A makeup tour? Stay positive, keep living. Yeah, you're still alive. It does not matter how old you are, you're still alive. You could still get around and move around. You could do anything you want to do. That's why I don't even talk about age. I'm not big on age because it's just something put into place to try to stop you from accomplishing your goals and your dreams and living the life that you want. Say you looking good is F them joints in them nights. Oh boy. Not quite frankly. What do you okay, I don't know what you're talking about. That part, Amberella, period. I think it's never too late. Do what you want. Exactly. That's why I love entertainment because you create your own world. Like when you're an artist, when you're an actor, you can make your own a different name, a different persona, a different age, a different hairstyle. Like that's how you need to treat life. That's why I always say life is a movie and you're starring in it because you get to be whoever you want. But you got to believe that you create it. You get to be whoever you want. Life isn't over till it's over. Exactly. The best thing we can do for ourselves is to work on ourselves so we can attract what we want. Exactly. We live in here, makeup collection. Oh, you want me to? It's not big enough yet for me to do a makeup collection tour. I will when it's like stuff to really show y'all. My daughter is my bestie. When I visit her at college, they say I'm young. I've always been her sister. Nice. You're gonna revamp your 10-year goal. Period. I like that. Thank you. I will have one child, but I don't know who it. That's that part, Amy. Thank you, Black Sunshine. All right, let me get up out of here. I love you all. I will try to come back later. If not, I will absolutely see you manana. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Shy. Like, comment, subscribe, share because I know you care. Life is a movie. You're starring in it. The world is a stage, and you are at the center of it. You can do, be, and have anything that you want, but you just got to believe it. Don't cry over spilled milk. Things get better with time. It gets greater later. Take care of yourself. Love on you. You're worth it. Thumbnail. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Later, love bugs.